Ugh, it's early. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, 6:15, Saturday morning, I'm gonna do some early morning trucking before we get going. We have been sidelined in the fields for the last, I don't even know how long, week or so. It's actually sprinkling a little bit right now, don't love that. But today we're hoping that we can finally get going. We've just had a couple tents here and there after the big shot of rain we got last weekend. So we're hoping that we can finally get anhydrous going today. Hopefully we'll get 2 rigs rolling. That's the goal. I can't start spraying today. Not happy about it, but it is what it is. Just don't have my chemicals from our dealer. Just spray at the ad lines. That's not great, but it'll run for today. Let's fire this unit up. Ah, new seat. Got a little leak up front. The sucker's always smoky, there's no doubt about that. Well, I forgot a coat at home, so that's cool. Luckily my grandma's awesome and she has plenty of extra stuff, so I'm gonna go grab me a coat from her. But the truck looks good. I do have corn loaded up. The corn line is only open from 7 to 11 today, so that's why I'm up here early. Get that truck started, let it warm up for 10 minutes, and then we'll head south, deliver some corn. Try to get maybe 2, maybe 3 loads. We'll see. Got the auger already set up. I might be able to get 3 loads in if I'm boogieing. Gotta love me some good brake cleaner in the morning. So the truck's warming up, got the flashers on. I'll do my pre-trip, set my stuff in there, and we'll take off. We are ready to go. Truck's warmed up. It's about 6:30. It's been warming up for about 15 minutes. Let's hit the road. Jack, don't you come back. Leaving here at 6:30. I should be able to get down there right around 7, right after they open, so perfect. Those 2 beautiful custom painted Kenworths are our neighbors. He's got all 4 or 5 trucks that he has, all kind of a different bright color. Yellow, green, pink, blue. I forget the other one. Those are some pretty spick trucks, that's for sure. Hey, the neighbor finally got that corn picked that was sitting there all winter. Nice. We do have some bad news. This farm right here on the right, we lost it for this year. I'll explain that a little bit more, but kind of I mean, it happens. Part of the business of farming. But my farm right here, haven't done anything to it yet this year, but oh boy, we're gonna. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, it's also snowing right now. That's cool. Made it down to Clinton. This light always gets me. Can never not get me. Grammar, it's fine. But made it here right at 7 o'clock, so doing pretty good. See, I should be able to get 3 loads in. Cross fingers. Oh wow, she is full this morning. Good grief. Okay, I was not expecting that. I have never been down here for the early morning rush, or basically for opening. And I didn't know what to expect, but I did not expect a full probe lot. Jeez! So I got probably a half-hour wait back here, but at least on the bright side, because the probe lot literally just opened up, all these inflow of trucks can literally just go and dump, so shouldn't be too bad. Been sitting here for a half hour. Finally, I'm able to move, so I'll probably be an hour in and out, so I definitely won't be able to get 2 loads in today, that is for sure. But fun fact, the heat still doesn't work, so I'm lucky I got this little 12-volt heater. Don't know how well the camera can pick it up, but it's snowing actually pretty decent. 5965. That trucking company's name is McFarm. That is awesome. McFarm. Getting probed. That is probably some of the best graffiti I've ever seen. The baby from The Simpsons. That is awesome. I've never seen something that cool. And I've seen some pretty cool graffiti. Oh, so much coffee. I really gotta pee, but I missed the porta potty. So I got a 40-minute wait until I can pee. Wish me luck. We're ready to roll. Let's go dump. I'm not gonna put you guys out in the cold and dust because it's pretty miserable out. I think we got a high of 42 today. All done, got my ticket. Let's head home. Had a little bit too much broken and FM in there. I got docked a little bit for that load. Oh well. So I am deciding to get fuel because I do not want to run the chance of run this thing out of fuel. If I drove this more full time, I'd probably know that I could have made it another round. But if it gets close, I'm just gonna stop and fuel up, spend $200, put 50 gallons in. Because with trucking, there's always a balance. You want to have as little weight and as fuel on you as possible, because the less fuel and weight you have on, the more grain you can haul legally. So it's always that trade-off, but I'd rather err on the side of too heavy because I don't ever want to run out of fuel. Because that's going to cost us a lot more money of me sitting for an hour, waiting for Pat to spend an hour of his day, come down, give me some fuel. When you run a gas engine out of gas, it's much easier. You just dump it back in, it'll start back up. When you run a diesel engine out of fuel, you gotta reprime it, you gotta crack the filter, get all the air out. It's a pain in the neck, so I'd rather not do that. So I'll spend $200 and get 50 gallons of diesel. At least diesel's under $4 now, it's $3.99. Hopefully today Curtis can get going and finish this field up. He's about half done with it-ish. And then hopefully Nathan he'll get hooked on the other toolbar. And hopefully we can get 2 anhydrous bars going today. Okay, now we'll fire things up. Well, we're having some bin trouble. We had a crust come in here and we got the center sump plugged up. It's a lot of fun. Basically what happens is if you get any water in there and it sits in there for a while, it gets hot and then it crusts over the top. Well, if you try and, when you first start taking it out of the bin, if you take that crust in, well, sometimes it can plug your sump because your sump's only so big, and if you get big old chunks, it won't flow right. So, not good. Long and short of it is, we're having to change plans. We're going to fill out the rest of the bin out of another bin, and we're going to have to take 2 more loads out. Fun. So we're gonna finish filling both those trucks out of that bin there. I gotta go down and get some milk replacer for that calf that we're bottle feeding. So let's do that. There's our wheat. It actually looks a lot better than what I originally was thinking it would. Much more even. I mean, it's still a little uneven, but a lot better than what I thought it would. Got the milk replacer for that calf. Basically, its mom only has one working teat, and the calf can't find it, so got a bottle feeder, because you can't have a calf go bad, or can't have a calf die. And there's Curtis. He's gonna go fill up my truck. Fry's coming with me. My mother's gonna ride with. I don't know why, she just wanted to come along. It doesn't have much going on today, she said.
Was it hot?
I don't think so.
Man, there's Windex in here, wow.
I know. My seat's not wanting to raise. Oh well. Alright, let's head out, Mother.
Have you driven this one before?
We've had this truck for years. So they're Hartung is doing our field. They just spread bean fertilizer, or they are spreading bean fertilizer. Don't zoom in. Who's that?
On the road again.
Pat's just pulling in back there. He's 3 trucks back of me, and it's starting to sleet. See the ice balls hitting the windshield? Interesting. Yeah, she's really sleeting her, so it's getting the concrete wet. Just waiting to get probed. Little spits of snow around. Huh. I think we were supposed to get that. Snowing in late April. Gotta love it. Oh man, it is. There's a line today, that's for sure. Kind of stinks, but what do? We'll be sitting here for an hour. Good hour. Well, I heard on the radio that, oh yeah, probably should turn that on so we can actually hear the radio. But heard on the radio that there is something broken in the scale. So that's cool. So that's why we're gonna be sitting here for a good hour and a half. No clue what we're gonna end up doing. They said they might have found a workaround, but it's not gonna be fast. So we're gonna be sitting here for a little while. Well, we've officially been sitting here for an hour and a half now. Have not moved a muscle. I shut the truck off about an hour ago. Yeah, their computers went down, so you guys know we use these cards to kind of scale in and out, buzz between the scales and stuff. Well, when the computer systems go down, nothing can happen. So they tried to mess around with them for an hour, and to no avail. So now they're just going to manual tickets. So you're just going to go up there. Worker's going to write down your weight, give you the ticket, have you go dump, and then get on the scale again, write down your weight for scaling out, and then you'll be good. So Sucks. It's slow. It's gonna be a 3+ hour trip down here. What do? That's ADM in Clinton. It's a blast. Walk up to the bathroom. Truck with 3 dogs. Hi, doggies. Oh, that's funny. They say they're moving, but I haven't seen them move. I just walked up to the porta potty, as you guys saw, to drop a load other than corn. And yeah, mother decided to go take a walk. She's down a mile at Subway because she can't ever sit still. That's my mother. That's where I got that from for you. I got that trait from her because I also can never sit still. Oh, it's kind of fun. Dad and son out trucking. Hey, we're moving. Nice. That's just kind of cute. Goal someday. Well, so now the moment of truth, guys. I hate shutting trucks off away from town, away from home, because you never know when it won't start again. So, wish me luck. Ooh. Got her. Alrighty, mother, what has this been? 2.5 hours that we've been sitting here?
Yeah, I went for a walk though, got my steps in.
She went and got us Subway. There's a little family in there, 6 people.
There's 6?
Yeah, 4 kids and mom and dad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Saturday morning trucking, you see a lot of people bring their kids. But typically you don't hope for stuff like this. Gosh. But at least we're moving. I mean, it'll still probably be an hour and a half until we get out of here, but this train yard is a busy. It's a big old Union Pacific yard. Well, I shouldn't say big yard, but it's a kind of a stopping point right at the Iowa-Illinois border. And mother and I are doing crosswords. What's a tough one you can't get?
Swiss Miss is Heidi.
Swiss Mrs. is Heidi?
Heidi, yes. Improvise.
We're kind of cheating because we have the
Hey, don't tell me that.
well, there's no way you would have gotten Heidi for Swiss Miss.
I will now.
Well, yeah. Any of you guys know what that means? Oh yeah, we're cheating because we have the next day's papers, because you got a crossword, but then the next day has the answer. Well, she has a couple of papers in a row. Well, we're still sitting here and waiting. At least we moved though. We are moving right along, and this guy's gonna get real close to nudging tires on that block. But the issue that they had was a computer IT issue. As I mentioned before, this place runs on electronic scales. That basically every time you come in, it attaches your scale to this barcoded, individualized, whatever you want to call it, ID. Well, that went down, and when that went down, they have no idea what to do because there's no backup plan. I don't know. So they're just manually doing it all. So there's literally a guy sitting on the side of the scale watching us drive on, will write down the weight and give us the ticket. We just step back 20 years in time. You can see him right there, just sitting right alongside.
What are we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm sure you've had better days. I'm sure you've had better days.
It's only the 3rd time in 5 years I've ever had to do this.
Wow. That's not bad, I suppose.
Well, considering the first time it was 20 below, and then the last time was the middle of last winter, so...
Oh,
what was the ticket number, boss?
596.
Okay. Then if you can initial by the inbound weight, just agree I'm with it. And then you can take that piece of paper, he'll collect it from you on the other end.
Hopefully you're not here for too much longer.
This is the last of you guys. We'll be all right. It's already fixed.
Oh.
Because we started, we have to finish.
Makes sense.
There's the Subway that I walked to.
You walked all the way down here?
Well, I actually walked farther, just the Dollar General up there.
Man, you had a nice long walk.
121.
121, so we made it in what, 3.5 hours? So could have been worse. I've had longer waits, but I've had shorter waits as well. Oh well, let's go get some fuel. Time to spend more money. Nice nails, Mother. Well, thanks for riding with me, Mother.
You betcha.
Call that good, I suppose. It's hard for you guys to see, but we're taking combines up to the cold storage shed and bringing field equipment down. There's our field cultivator in there, and see we got some more beans in as well. We got some seed. Nice. Well, it's just one of those days where it's kind of miserable out, honestly. It's really windy, like gust up to 30-35 mile an hour. It's snowy and kind of snowing off and on, which is just strange for this time of year. I mean, yeah, it's not impossible, but it's strange. And it's kind of cold, high of 42 today, which is freezing. I would not want to have corn on the ground right now because you are probably going to have emergence issues for sure, but who knows. So Nathan and Curtis brought up the 7150 up to Butch's, up to our cold storage shed, and brought down our sunflower soil finisher and our Will Rich field cultivator. Got both of those things down. So we do got to work on this. I'm guessing Nathan's going to be hooking up his bean planter this afternoon. He's got to get the 340 on that and just hook it up, start to go through it more than likely. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I was hoping that we'd be putting on anhydrous today, but it is not going to happen just by looking at the weather. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just not worth it. No one's running today, so it's just. And the problem with ours is ours doesn't have closing discs. What I mean by that is the shank that actually puts the anhydrous on. A lot of them right now have discs behind it to kind of close the furrow, where ours does not. So what we worry about is you actually won't seal the trench. The anhydrous will leak out. So we won't be running today. Hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. But regardless, I think Pat and I are gonna go fill that truck up again, and not sure what after that. That's what I mean. Most anhydrous bars have discs behind each of these shanks. So as you're going along, the shank kind of opens a furrow, shoots the anhydrous in. Well, you actually want to have, you ideally want to have these two closing discs that just come down and kind of close up that furrow. It just kind of helps prevent any leaching or anything. But we don't have those. You can get along without them, but you cannot run in all the conditions that you'll be able to with the closing discs, like no-till or wetter, more damper ground. So just a trade-off. Hopefully we trade this bar in next year. Hopefully. Doing up. So we had a cow get out and head down towards Deep Creek, so that's what the drone footage is about. Doing my voiceover. So as I was mentioning before, we are on the search for a lost steer. So what happened was Nathan was, actually I'll explain a little bit later, but essentially cow got out based on a gate that was not completely shut, no bueno. So Pat was driving along with the four-wheeler along Deep Creek, and I took the drone up. I really wish I would have an infrared drone. That would make it really handy. Took the drone up, just basically looking across Deep Creek. That's a neighbor's, one of their large cattle barns. But this is Deep Creek here. We're just looking for it. It couldn't have gone far. We saw it go right where the camera just was. We know it was around there. Pat saw tracks. We tracked it to right there, but then we lost it. So I ran out of battery, so I went and landed, and now we took it up again. Pat's again driving around. I was just kind of following him because it's kind of fun. Anyway, we just kept looking for it. Eventually, it was actually completely the opposite direction we're going right now. We did not expect it to go this way. We're actually quite shocked, if you're being honest. And I couldn't see it with the drone. I ended up flying right over top of it once Pat actually found it. Went back through the footage, could not find it. So I don't know what to think. Well, no luck on the cow finding adventures. So we're not sure what we're gonna do. Maybe just keep looking for him at some point, and we gotta find him. That cow got lost. But anyway, and I will talk about that farm we lost as well here. So just hold on, just hold your horses. So now I gotta clean out some tile. We had some dirt work done here. Basically, an excavator came in here and dug out this trench. So I'm gonna claw in there, try not to get my boots, water over into my boots, and clean that out. Basically clean up around the inlet and kind of dig around it. That's the one I'm a little worried about. I got about 2.5 inches of gap between the water and my boots. It's working for now. I got this one just about cleared off. There was a bunch of grass and stuff blocking it. So what these do, these are called tile inlets. What there's a plastic pipe underground. Right there, I'm touching it. Plastic pipe, all it does is take the water in, and I'm honestly not sure where it brings it, but it honestly might be a big old couple 12-inch string all the way down to Deep Creek. I'm not 100%, but it very well could be, because the pipe goes in there and goes that way, so it probably does. So when sticks and stuff block this, it actually restricts water flow into the tile. So you can kind of see how there's grass and stuff. Plugging that up, well, I just took one scoop out. See how the water's already starting to move around to the open spot. If you have crap plugging your inlets, then your stuff stays wetter longer. No bueno. There's not a spot to magnet you guys anywhere, so sorry. Well, I did it. Got water in both my boots. That's cool. That's fun. But on the bright side, if you see right there, you have a black speck getting chased by a red four-wheeler. We found the cow. That's good. That's very good. I am frozen. 42 degrees playing in water is a lot of fun. And by a lot of fun, I mean not a lot of fun. But now I'm gonna go down to the cattle yard and see if we can open up the gate and chase this bugger in. Hopefully we can. There he is right there, slowly walking him down around. So we're gonna try and get him in that gate right there. But basically what happened was cows are getting smart. They actually walked this kind of pathway of the broken cattle guard and didn't have this chain. He jumped right out and away he went. So Pat's slowly walking him back. Friendly little bugger. Trying to eat me? Is that what you're doing? You trying to eat me, buddy? Huh? Huh? So there's the cow. We're trying to walk him along the north side of the building. Basically right there, walk him all the way around and right in here hopefully. My dude. What? I'm not that. Oh gosh. You okay? You just got slobbered on by a cow. Well, that was a fun 3-hour escapade. Yeah. Oh well. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill up that truck again. The first truck I took down this morning. But before we do that, I'm gonna talk about that lost farm. So as I've mentioned before, we did lose a farm. It's unfortunate, but it was a rented piece that we rented for 2 years. And for some reason, the guy decided to rent it to somebody else. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill up that truck again. The first truck I took down this morning. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about that lost farm. So as I've mentioned before, we did lose a farm. It's unfortunate, but it was a rented piece that we rented for 2 years. And for some reason, the guy decided to rent it to somebody else. No harm, no foul. I mean, it's his ground. He can do whatever the heck he wants with it. But I'm guessing we think that he rented it to the guy who he rents most of his other ground to. So I guess it is what it is. It sucks. It was a good, well, I wouldn't say good, but it was an okay 160 acre farm and 2 fields. So I mean, it was a good chunk of ground, that's for sure. But so it is what it is. I mean, we didn't pick up any ground. We actually net lost about that 160 acres this year. Didn't pick up any. So it is what it is. We'll make do, but it kind of sucks, but we're moving on. We have plenty of other stuff to do, that's for sure. We have enough going on. No sense crying over spilt milk, or however that saying goes. You don't love to see that. You'll love to see it coming right down the center of the bin. It's pulling out right there, even though we have it pulling out of the center. So there must be a chunk or something right over the middle. I don't know. Hopefully we don't kink this bin. That would not be good. All loaded up and ready for Monday. Now we're gonna tear down this auger, and this auger's gotta go south because we're on a coring bin mission. We're gonna core your bins as soon as you can. We're definitely a little late to the game, but it basically just means pull the center out so you can break out any crusts or whatever you need. So we avoid bin problems like this. There goes Pat with the auger. We took that down. I'm just shutting this lid. That way it stay, and I'll head back. Well, that was fun. So we just spent the last hour basically hooking the 706 up to the feeder wagon, changing the oil on that, and then just kind of doing some shop work around there. Nathan and Pat are heading down to his house to go work some calves, some calves I should say. Did some maintenance on this Badger feeder wagon 325. It's a little baby one that we got. It's gonna head down to the south farm to start feeding cattle down there. So we're gonna take the 706 down there to feed cattle with it, as well as we're gonna take the small auger that we were just loading up on the truck, 5 minutes ago. We're gonna take that down there as well because we're gonna start coring some bins down there. So that's where that's gonna go. Next time you guys see this, it'll be down at the south farm. But we're just finishing up for the day. I'm just gonna put some stuff away. So throw that truck in the shed, throw the sprayer in the shed, skid loader in the shed, and close things up for the night. This big old Vernig bucket is a lot bigger and a lot nicer than our old one. So you can kind of see we got our field equipment down here. Our two secondary tillage apparatus, soil finisher, a 36 footer I think, and a field cultivator. Field cultivator. That's like 50 something feet. So we'll go ahead and that's the auger we're gonna take down south. Go put the sprayer away, but first I'm gonna close this gate because I don't like cows getting out, and it's open right now. So yeah, you guys could get out. Don't like that. I will not be here, unfortunately, because I have a work function. I'm gonna spend the day with the wife. Just because I know I won't be seeing her much this week, because I think this next coming week actually looks pretty decent. Pull this sucker away. Slaps my cap. But I'm filling up with diesel fuel because I got a little bit of time right now. Monday, we're gonna be spraying. I'm gonna be hitting our beans hard. I am hoping to be finished with beans in 3 days. It's a big hope. Hopefully I can do it. Oh, don't land it all the way down there. So just put the sprayer away. I think we're all good to go. Gonna close out the shop. Close up shop, I should say. And call her a night. Go have some hamburgers and then go on a date with the wife. Go out and get some drinks somewhere. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, greatly appreciate it. If you guys are interested in Hartung Family and Farms merch, put a comment down below. I'm thinking about getting another order together. It'll be the same thing as last time. We'll basically open up the shop for a month. You guys place your orders as you can, and then I'll fulfill those orders here in about a month or two after that. So what do you guys think? Drop a comment down below if you guys are interested. So anyway, thank you guys so much again. Always appreciate it. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, drop a like, and of course guys, as always, ta-ta for now.